You're welcome to this channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe to our channel. Benue killings. Human rights advocate blames federal government inaction. 6 UN help. Human rights and peace advocate Dr. Raymond Edo has issued a passionate plea to the federal government and international community to take immediate action to stop the wave of killings in Benue State, following the killing of around 200 people in Yelwata. Edo, in a statement on Monday, said the crisis has reached a tipping point as attacks by suspected Fulani herdsmen continue to devastate local farming communities. These killings are no longer isolated incidents, but part of a tragic pattern that has plagued the region for years, Edo said. He warned that the people of Benue are now defenseless, with no means to protect themselves due to legal restrictions on arms and the failure of state security. He noted that government officials and the elite seem untouched by the violence, while the poor and vulnerable bear the brunt of the conflict. Enough is enough, he said. Our people are sitting ducks. The violence are largely driven by land and resource dispute between herders and farmers has intensified since 2017, with agricultural activities disrupted, schools deserted, and health centers abandoned. Life in Benue has become unbearable for many. A 2018 report by Amnesty International revealed that over 3,000 people were killed in such conflicts in Nigeria. Edo said that number has only grown as mistrust in government deepens and security lapses widen. Children can no longer go to school. Women live in fear of venturing out to find food or water. The healthcare system in many rural areas has collapsed, with staff fleeing and constant threats. Dr. Edo is calling for a coordinated, multidimensional response from both the Nigerian state and global partners. He urged President Bola Tinubu's government to provide lasting security and initiate meaningful peace talks between herders and farmers. He also called on international bodies like the United Nations and Humanitarian NGOs to step in, providing aid and advocating for the rights of displaced and threatened populations. The world is watching, he said. We must act now. The Benue people need more than sympathy. They need safety, support, and justice. He further stressed the need for investment in conflict resolution, economic empowerment of local farmers, and the development of sustainable solutions to prevent future clashes. Peace in Benue is not only a local concern, Edo said. It is a national issue that affects Nigeria's food security and internal stability. We need to build bridges, not walls, between communities. Well, the issue of insecurity in the country can never be overemphasized. We can't speak on it too much because of the singular fact that the life of people are at stake here. Properties, lives, and the future of the country too, because young children that are supposed to grow up to become future leaders are being killed day by day. Their lives are being cut short just like that, and we cannot even overspeak on this matter. So this unnecessary rise in killing in Benue State that just started again, we can't accept it at all. It's unacceptable, because when President Tinubu first came in and he was able to turn the tide and everything just went down, just recently, now that it's been endorsed for second time, we can see that this thing begin to come up again. Well, every solution should be, look into in order to put an end to it. If it is for political reasons, in fact, it's going to be a bad thing. If it's politicians that are sponsoring this set of mayhem in order to deshine the current administration, then it's a shame on them, because we've heard before now that the previous administrator used it on the previous and the one before them in order to come in order to reduce the popularity of that administration. But they don't know that it is their people. The people they want to come back to rule are the ones they are using as sacrificial lambs because of their individual and personal ambition. That being said, if it is not politically motivated, if it is based on ethnicity or unnecessary thought within some set of ethnic group that believe that they want to rule from the north to the south, and their nonsense of want to rule. I think the government need to still look into it and turn the tide, because these are enemies of progress. They are demons in human flesh and moving around to cause problem. And I think the government shouldn't stop at making sure that they put an end to their activities. How come? Do they want the nation to go into unnecessary famine? These are the people that are farming. Benue State is known as the food basket of this country. And if you send the people away from farm, what are we going to eat as a nation, as a whole? Why will they leave their own people in their state, these so-called headsmen? Because they are not from Benue, I know, and they decide to come to Benue and begin to cause problem. While their own people are also farming and they are having peace of mind. I think the government should, rise, as Mr. Edo has said, and he has also called on international community. Though it's a shame that Nigerian government is alive and they are busy advertising the position of the government when the government is still alive. What a shame. Why can't we stand up and rise to the occasion and put smile on the faces of the people? They have given you their mandate, Mr. President, and they have also voted for all the governors and members of the House of Assemblies all over the country, both national and state. Rise up and give peace, rest of mind to these people. This is very, very important, very, very germane. How on earth will our people, over 200 people, be killed in a day because of what? Some people want to feed their cows. Is it that the lives of cattle seems to be better than the lives of human beings? For crying out loud, if this human being did not even do something in the farm, what will the cattle even eat? The grasses they are eating, if there are no cultivation, how will it be? Even if it's not that food is available around that area, why will they bring their cattle there? Because I know they will never rear around where there is no grass for those cattle to graze. So Nigerians should rise up. Yes, the man has called on international community too. Of course, since Nigeria is looking like an handicap, I think you need to look for an external help elsewhere. All non-governmental organizations, even within the country too, that are humanitarian in nature, they should rise to put an end to this thing. Let's put smile on the face of people in Benue. And it requires a kinetic approach. The president, the government should not just sit down and stop from using that opportunity. He has already commanded that those people should be arrested. Let them find them out, and then let's do. And if they are the one that unleashed them and they are now going to Katsina to go and surrender, they should be brought to book, because this is very, very important life of people. So the security of this country, let the president and his team continue to find lasting solution, so that at the end of his first time in office, we wouldn't hear such issue to raise his ugly head again, whether it's politically motivated or otherwise. Keep liking our channel. Remember to subscribe. Make sure you share. Thank you.